When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
As a mom, I appreciate that someone was able to get me into the system, having an appointment quickly so we could get him to return to the football team as quick as possible. It was kind of nice to witness the neuro assessment and how in-depth the neuro assessment was here in the concussion clinic. It was just an amazing process.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting me up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
It may be winter, but it's never too early to start thinking about spring. Start your new year sharp and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Fair prices, superior quality, and exceptional customer service. Schedule your spring special appointment today. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off today.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics. It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana. Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the grounds of St. Francis University, where we start off rivalry weekend here on SummitCitySports.com with the presentation of the Battle of the Bishops softball version. Bishop Dwenger and Bishop Luers, as we'll have some rivalry coverage all week on the diamond, as tomorrow and Wednesday we head to Homestead, or Carroll first on Tuesday and then Homestead on Wednesday, and showcase that one between the Carroll Chargers and the Homestead Spartans, and then some Carroll softball action as well on Thursday night. I am Balin Height. I'm joined by Ryan Bolin. Ryan, softball coach of the St. Francis Lady Cougars for the last 15 seasons. What are you expecting today between today's game and some things that are maybe a little bit different on the college level and the high school level that we're going to see today?
Yeah, sure. From what I can gather, this should be a pitching duel here. I know that from what I can gather from both coaches that both pitches throw pretty well here, throw a lot of strikes, and I think the big difference between the two is going to be defense today, and then obviously at the plate. There's definitely some huge differences as far as rules go, and that's going to be the big thing probably for me today more than anything else, but yeah, there's a lot of differences here, so it should be interesting.
With the assumed pitchers duel, a lot of good defense here. Could play good for both teams here, as in the state of Indiana we have 7-inning games, baseball and softball. But we may have a little bit of a weather problem here. As we take a look at the forecast, you've got thunderstorms 50% around 7 p.m., and then around a 40% chance until early tomorrow morning of possible rain. So we're just set for first pitch, and it is in for a strike.
Yeah, let's hope for good weather. We've had some plenty of rain here, although the field can take a lot right now. It's as dry as the parking lot out in front of Hutzel, so we should be good.
Playing conditions do look great. Olivia Dickerson on the mound for the Saints, starting things off. And that one's just a bit high, as Meadow Yocolette is at the plate for Bishop Luers, starting things off on the offensive tack for the Knights. That one's drawn foul and lost, just foul of first base, and Yocolette will get another pitch here. Count 1-2. Yocolette batting .381 this season for the Knights and head coach Jeff Dole.
Yeah, Tellez should have probably got back a little bit quicker there. Second baseman there, Harnish, was still coming over. They probably need to communicate a little bit better there, but nonetheless, here goes another pitch for Luers.
And that one is fouled off right of play. The wind today blowing from left to just basically right over the fence. That kind of comes and goes in spurts here. Kind of go really, really quiet, and then big gust will blow in, almost alluring to a possible maybe storm as we've got some clouds coming in. It was pretty sunny for most of the day. A good day here in Fort Wayne, just in the 70s, but now some clouds starting to head in as we get into the later evening hours. And that pitch slapped foul just out of the grasp of Leah Zimmerman.
Yeah, good pitch by Dickerson there. He got a 1-2 count. She's really trying to challenge this hitter inside and trying to see if she can get her to roll over and hit a ground ball here. We'll see what happens here with the 1-2 count.
Yocolette doing a great job of fighting pitches off here, as she's seen quite a few. And that one just a little low. Count evens 2-2.
Yeah, she came with the changeup there. Good idea with the being ahead there in the count. She's still ahead here with 2-2, and nobody out on the board here.
And that one low and swung in on, but it's dropped. And they'll retire the batter at first. Nice throw by the catcher, Greider, who is back behind the plate for the Saints today. Early communication between Greider and Dickerson, looking really comfortable with each other out there, especially in that sequence of pitches.
Yeah, looked like she went with off speed there again and kind of went a little bit in on the hands, and she kind of just rolled over the top there and missed a little bit. So one out here for Dwenger.
And that one slapped back to Dickerson, who comes in and makes the play. Nice little grab there off the mound for Dickerson, and she's got herself the first 2 outs of the ball game.
Starting to seem a little routine here for Dwenger to go hard in on these Luers hitters right away. See what the scouting report does here with Beerbaum.
Libby Beerbaum, up at the plate. Seen her on the hardwood for the Knights this season. Now on the softball diamond. That one slapped right. Going to be a tough play out of play, or it's foul ball. As the fence is here, taking a look at Westendorf Field. 210 in the corners and straight out to center.
It's the same. It's 210 all the way around.
210 all the
here.
way around.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how it's set up, but the even in the power alleys, it's just 210 all the way around. Larry Westendorf did a good job of keeping it consistent when he put the fence in years ago.
And that one is low and a ball, so 1-1 is the count. Ryan, you know this better than anybody. How does this field play under these conditions typically? Are balls in the air a lot? Do they get kind of caught up, or
as far as the field conditions here?
Just as far as just balls in play, will they fly on them, or?
Yeah, this infield is going to play super fast. Any ball on the ground, the infield, fielders are going to have to be quick in making a play. Same thing with the outfield. We like it to play fast here, so we're a little longer on the grass in the outfield. We're cutting it a little bit at 3 1/4 since we're in the off season, but normally we're at a 2 to 2.5 inch, and we want those balls to get to the gap here. We like a fast field.
3-1 count here for Beerbaum. She's in control of the count. We'll see what Dickerson gives her here. Probably the toughest situation here that Dickerson's faced through the first 3 batters. And that one's low and swung in on.
Beerbaum was thinking for sure, I'm going to swing at this 3-1. She got the green light from Coach, and maybe the same here.
Coach Jeff Dole giving the signs down on third base for the Knights as Beerbaum steps in on a full count. And that one's right across the plate, called strike 3. Dickerson finds herself 2 strikeouts in that inning and brings the Saints to the bottom of the inning. They are the home team in tonight's affair. We'll take a quick break here on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting me up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
We welcome back here to Westendorf Field on the campus grounds of St. Francis as we have the Battle of the Bishops headed here in the bottom of the inning. Olivia Dickerson was on the mound for the Saints in the top of that one. Didn't really face any trouble playing right into that storyline of a potential pitcher's duel. Libby Beerbaum will be on the mound for the Knights, give it her best shot at a potential 1-2-3 inning as the Saints Saints get ready to hit in the bottom of the inning. Balin Height, Ryan Bolin here. Set for this one as the pace, definitely a quick one in that first top half of the inning. We'll see if things play into that same role here in the bottom of the inning. Cecilia Garrett leading things off for the Saints.
I was talking to Coach Bill Nix. He was telling me that Garrett here is the daughter of head coach of the football program there, just won a state title, and they just moved her to the left side of the plate a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was even 3 weeks ago, I think he said. It took her about 4 days to figure it out. Said she's just a really good athlete, and looking forward to seeing this kid here as young as she is. I believe she's just a sophomore.
The Max Preps has her batting .642. I'm not sure how logistically sound those numbers are as Beerbaum gets the first strikeout of the game for her, as sometimes those Max Preps stats a little bit misleading, not a whole lot of entries in there, but .642 was the batting average there, as Beerbaum able to retire her first batter of the game and one out here early on for the Knights.
Yeah, I think Dickerson here, I think she's got the same kind of video game numbers you're talking about as Garrett. Seen her name a few times in the paper and been paying attention to that.
Dickerson batting .453 with 53 at-bats and 60 plate appearances.
A little bit of a rise ball there. Gets herself behind 2-0. Beerbaum's got a little bit more velocity, I think, than Dickerson does. Moves the ball around pretty well here.
You can definitely feel the difference as we're sitting here just behind home plate set up. And just as that ball's coming in, you see right there, a little bit more pep into the catcher's mitt compared to the two styles of Dickerson and Beerbaum.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. A little bit different in spin. You know, the big thing with softball pitchers is that spin on that softball and get that ball to dance a little bit. So it's been interesting to watch here, just between the two, and see what are their differences and what's their game plan today.
As that one rolls low for a ball, 3-1. Now Dickerson ahead of the count. Looks down to third base and gets the signs from head coach Beth Peters.
Dickerson, a pretty nice-sized athlete here. She looks like she's pushing 6 foot.
Yep. Definitely tall in stature is Dickerson. As that one rolls in there for Beerbaum. 3-2 is full count now.
That's a pretty nice curveball there. You can see that movement coming in.
Dickerson
trying to keep these guys from guessing what they're going to be hitting here.
Dickerson really didn't have a choice there. Had to lay off of that one. And there's the pitch, able to foul that one off. Just back to the gate.
Both pitchers trying to challenge hitters inside today. Seeing if we're, my guess is trying to set her up for something here. Maybe a curveball away, work her away here, and see if they can get Dickerson to swing.
See what Olivia Dickerson gets here with the full count. And that one's popped up, drifting towards right field. Right fielder is under it and able to retire it, or able to get the out. Nice job there.
Nice catch by Prendergast there. The flex player playing right field today. So that flex position, like we talked about earlier, they pretty much they don't hit, but they play defense. So she can come in and do some running here for the DP. But made a nice catch right there in right field.
Nice catch by Prendergast to retire Dickerson. Now 2 outs. Beerbaum looking for a clean inning, just like Dickerson in the top of the first. Both pitchers looking pretty good here through the first frame, as it's Avery Greider for the Saints up to bat. As that one's in for a ball, 2-0, and just looking around the ballpark, kind of quiets down when that wind's not blowing as far. Checking out the flag out in center field. It just died there for a second, now picking back up and now whipping to the left a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of swirling around through here. This is I always say the university's in a unique location when it comes to weather. It seems like it can be raining just on the other side of Spring. It might be raining just on the other side of Illinois Road, and then we don't get it. So keep your fingers crossed we don't get it. We got a lot of equipment out here today.
Yeah, we would be in trouble here, set up behind home plate. As that one's in for a strike. Beerbaum does a nice job there, evens the count, 2-2.
I don't think the crowd liked that one, blowing inside there.
So you really can hear the wind now picking up through the boom mic we have placed just in front of us. And Beerbaum looking for trying to catch that last corner.
Yeah, catcher looking for it too. There's a little bit in the river there, a little bit more, too much in the other batter's box. Maybe potentially a makeup call there from the last pitch being a little bit low and in, but the crowd here is right on top of you as an umpire, so kind of designed that way.
Beerbaum cracked the smile there, kind of looking to run off. Didn't get it. Here's the next pitch, and that one slapped. Ooh. Whoa, watch out.
Yeah, head coach Beth Peters just about got it.
A little athleticism there from the head coach.
For sure.
Nice job avoiding that one, as her and Greid will share a laugh over that one. just fouled off to the left, keeps the count full. 3-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning for the Saints. And that one's popped straight up to the pitcher. Beerbaum calling off the infield. And she's able to grab it just over her shoulder for the 3rd out of the inning. That'll end things here in the first frame. 1-2-3 inning for both teams. And the pitcher's duel is on here at Westendorf Field. Take a quick break. You are watching Indiana High School softball on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me. I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
It may be winter, but it's never too early to start thinking about spring. Start your new year sharp and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Fair prices, superior quality, and exceptional customer service. Schedule your spring special appointment today. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off today.
We welcome you back to the campus grounds of St. Francis. Bell and Height here alongside Ryan Bullen. We'll take a look at some of our sponsors and like to remind you today's broadcast is being brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Really trying to push the baseball and softball content here in the Fort Wayne area this spring, as you've seen a couple of videos from Thad Goff, who's done an excellent job of covering doubleheaders on the weekends and heading and getting those highlights for some of the games, as well as interviews for a lot of the baseball side of things, starting to work towards the softball side of coverage here in the Summit City. And that there's no exception to that as it continues this week with 2 baseball games, Homestead and Carroll, the series, Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Carroll softball action on Thursday night as well. As we are set for the top of the second inning, and no hits by either team yet in that first inning. 1-2-3, nice job by both pitchers. Really working through the top of the order for either team.
Yeah, both pitchers really challenging hitters right away, and both teams extremely aggressive offensively right away. So a lot of swings and misses, a lot of pop-ups to the infield so far, and a lot of quick innings. So we keep up this pace, we'll be done here by 6 o'clock.
Hannah Sweeney now in for the Knights as she's batting, taking swings from the right side, and already down a strike as Dickerson rolls that one in there for a swinging strike. Down 0-2 now is Sweeney.
Bishop Luers wearing the all black trimmed in red, and the Dwenger Saints wearing the navy with the gold today. Pretty neat uniforms on both ends.
And that one's low for a ball from Dickerson, and she's way ahead in the count. Now ahead 1-2. Definitely love the gold and blue combo for the Saints. I've always liked here in Fort Wayne, of all the teams we've got, I've always liked that unique combination, especially the Saints on Friday Night Football.
Yeah, I bet.
The helmets, the gold helmets. Always a good combination.
Absolutely. My kids go to Norwell, so we have the navy and gold as well, but yet we have the navy helmets. Been pushing hard for gold helmets. So I'm a huge Notre Dame fan, so you got to have that somewhere.
Definitely a nice touch on the gridiron are those gold helmets modeled
Absolutely.
after Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Norwell news for baseball. Josh Van Meter getting the call up and doing a pretty good job so far for the Reds in 2 games. Last night just a pinch hit opportunity, and then today I think he was in the lineup. As that one smacked back over the head of Dickerson. That'll be the first hit of the ball game. Nice job there by Sweeney going right back up the middle. And Dickerson was trying to fight it off but wasn't able to grab it. And we have our first base runner of the ball game for either team.
Cool thing about Josh Van Meter, he's been a part of our extended family for a while. He coached my son in basketball, and him and I have kind of came close here in the last couple of years, just talking about hitting with softball and baseball and how it transfers. And actually got the call, shot him a text the other night at 11:30 at night when we found out that he was actually going to Cincinnati. So had some pretty cool conversations with him, and today got in another pitch hit, got hit by a pitch, and then finished out the bottom of the ninth at third base. So looks like a utility player for him for a little bit. Doesn't seem like he cares. I think he's just glad to be in the show.
Van Meter, who's had a very, very long road to the show, was tearing it up this season in AAA, got the call-up now for Cincinnati, and he's taking every advantage he can get. As that one's attempted bunt, but he never made contact with the bat there from Anna Parrott, and allows Sweeney to trickle on down to second base on the passed ball.
I'm thinking he's going to say that she did not offer the bunt.
And
so no offer there, so that'll be a ball.
So count runs.
A little pressure now on Dwenger as Luers puts one on second base here.
No outs and a runner in scoring position here for Anna Parrott. And she tried to slap the butt down first base line.
Great effort. Great effort. Great effort by Greeter.
Excellent stretch there by Greeter. Almost got the full extension, was able to get that out. Would have been a big, big first out that would have left Sweeney on second base for the Knights. Now the count runs to 1-2. Chance to go get her here at the plate, though, for Dickerson.
Yeah, I think Parrott's going to have to go here with the swing. I don't think she's going to bunt in this situation.
And swings right through it. Nice job by Dickerson. Getting the first out and a strikeout. Strikeout number 3 for Dickerson.
Pretty good pitch, elevated a little bit. Just a little bit above the hands, swung right underneath it.
And the Saints have out number 1 as Alexis Wilmert now up to the plate. And she offers the bunt down on the ground. Dickerson will field, throw it down to first base, able to get the runner there in Wilmert. But that also allows Sweeney to advance on the sacrifice to third base, so now a little bit extra pressure. They've got to be careful behind the backstop for Greeter, as a passed ball could score a run. Not a whole lot of real estate here, though, up to the backstop from the catcher's position, though. So it might be a tough run either way.
I think Luers trying to manufacture here. I mean, it's a good idea, especially when you're in that situation with one out, getting that runner to third. Everything's got to come into play for Dwenger here to make sure that they can pitch and defend here to get out of the inning.
It'll be up to Allison Beerbaum to try to get the runner home as she grounds to the shortstop, and the out is retired. So the Knights threaten there with a runner on third, but not able to bring her home. And the Saints escape with a scoreless inning. As we'll head to the bottom of the second here, still no score. Bishop Dwenger 0 and Bishop Luers 0. You're watching live high school softball on SummitCitySports.com.
So is this what you're majoring?
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Welcome back to the campus of St. Francis, as with the bottom of the second frame is underway. 1-0 now. That one back to the pitcher and retired. So nice job by Beerbaum. Handle the ball and get it right down to first base, and that retires Freestroffer for the Saints. 1 out already here in the second inning.
Yeah, same kind of MO again, going hard in, getting ahead in the count, and really challenging these Dwenger hitters to swing it.
Hannah Harnish now steps in for the Saints. Saints still looking for their first hit of the ball game. And that one floats in there. Close call, but ball.
Catcher there Ronner looking to find out where that was missing. I don't think Coach was happy, but it was the right call.
And that one's floated back and out, so there's the first strike in the at-bat. Now count 1-1.
Got Jeff Horner behind the plate today, and longtime friend, coached a little high school baseball with C.J. Graff, doing the field today from Southside High School.
And that one back to Beerbaum again. Similar play as the first out of the inning. Retires the second out as well, as Harnish will trot back down after being retired, and 2 quick outs here for Libby Beerbaum.
Yeah, Dwenger just struggling to get that barrel out in front. They're jamming themselves a little bit. I don't know if they're overcompensating a little bit, but I think you get into your third at bat here and you're going to start to press a little bit when you haven't got that first hit. So they just need to relax a little bit, get the ball in play.
Very, very aggressive approach so far for the Saints offensively, as Yeager lays down the bunt to the pitcher, and that's Beerbaum who gets all 3 outs via her glove. Nice job by Libby Beerbaum. Efficient inning, quick half inning. We'll keep it right here and roll through some of our sponsors as we'll head to the top of the 3rd inning, though. Still no hits for BD. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We're the region's largest integrated sports medicine team, providing athletes specialized services from improving their performance to recovering from injuries. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Kelly Automotive Group is the largest Kelly Automotive is the largest. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. The world is waiting for you to make a difference in a way that only you can. Discover your strengths at Indiana Wesleyan University's residential campuses in Marion, Indiana. Visit indwes.edu. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages. For updated promotions, enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment. So set back in here for the top of the 3rd inning.
The crazy thing about Big Eye Fish, I go there and I get their burger. They got one of the best burgers in town, the Big Eye Burger. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but it's really good. Highly recommend it.
As the first pitch of the inning smacked back to the backstop. Olivia Robertson at the plate for the Knights. Down early in the count, 0-1. And that one slapped back to the backstop once again. Down early, 0-2 is Robertson here. Dickerson way ahead of the batter once again.
Yeah, went with the screwball there. Still working on going hard in on the hands and doing a pretty good job of getting ahead here.
And that one's right down the middle. Slapped off, though, by Robertson. Still trying to keep it fight alive here, down 0-2. Not a whole lot of action for either outfield. Not a whole lot of hard hit balls in this one so far. And the infield's been a little busy for both teams, but not a whole lot of power out in the outfield so far, as that one's inside. It'll be the first ball of the at-bat, 1-2.
A good 0-2 pitch there. You don't want to throw it right down the middle here. I think you got to work it in and out. See if you can get a ground out here. Like you said, wind's blowing out to right, but not a whole lot of action out there.
As that one's lifted up and out 2-2. Yeah, batters just haven't really been able to get a whole lot of hard contact against either pitchers. Nice job by either pitcher, keeping balls on the ground. Not a whole lot of action getting lifted, and it's kept the outfield pretty quiet so far. As that one smacked over the middle, kind of bent off the end of the bat, and nice play by Olivia Dickerson to slide in.
Right there.
And
that's a pitcher doing that.
Use that height advantage she has to slide in down through the first base line and make that play for the first out of the 3rd inning.
She got off that mound pretty quick. I think she probably took a look at her first baseman there and Olivia Tellez, and I I think Olivia was a little hesitant at first, and then next thing you know, here comes Olivia Dickerson making a great play right there.
They both kind of collapsed in on it, but Dickerson, full extension, able to get that one and bring it in for the first out of the third inning.
Well, Dickerson ahead here, 0-1. 1 out here in the top of the third. Our scoreboard's a little off here. I got ex-Dwenger Grace Renbarger running the scoreboard, the St. Francis player there. She hasn't been in there very much, so might have to shoot her a text, tell her to update the scoreboard.
Quickly 0-2 on Girodo for the Knights. Now down on 3, and that'll be another strikeout for Dickerson. She's got 4 already here with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Really piling it up here. The Knights, the minus the 1 base runner, haven't really had an answer for so far. First time through the order. As first strike once again in for Dickerson.
Luers really aggressive here at top of the order. Trying to get something going here. Game's moving pretty quickly for everybody, and neither one of them really hitting it too hard here yet.
Meadow Colette back up to the plate for the Knights as she slaps that one just over the head of the first baseman, Olivia Telez, but it rolls foul. So quickly once again 0-2 here for the Saints. Dickerson looking for her 5th strikeout to get out of this frame.
Oh, 2 quickly here. 2 outs. Dwenger seems to be pretty relaxed defensively right now.
And that one's popped straight back up to the catcher. She'll call everyone off, and Avery Greider will retire the 3rd out of the inning. Quick moving game here as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score, just the 1 hit for the Knights. And we'll return back to St. Francis, for the common grounds of St. Francis, after this break. You're watching Indiana High School Softball on SummitCitySports.com.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics. It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana. Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Welcome back here to the grounds of St. Francis and Westendorf Field, just outside of downtown Fort Wayne, as we are scoreless into the bottom of the 3rd frame. Just 1 hit as the first pitch there offered on for strike 1. As we've got a pitcher's duel early through the first 2.5 innings.
Roll off here looking just a little bit like a slap hitter. I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to drag one down the first base side.
As that one's in for strike 2.
Coach Peters can get something going here.
Saints still without a hit. Hannah Sweeney with the only hit for either team. That was for the Knights in the top of the 2nd inning.
This would be the time to do it here. Third baseman backed up a little bit. We'll see what happens.
And that one swung on and missed. Strike 3. Strikeouts piling up for either pitcher here.
Dwenger still trying to get a hit here. Looks like we got the right fielder, number 10, Lexi Linder, right-handed hitter.
Linder up to the plate and slaps right at the first one she sees, and that'll trickle foul just left of the third base.
Still aggressive here. Dwenger still being aggressive.
As you can kind of see on the field now, the sun just poking back out from behind the clouds as it gets ready to set here on a Monday evening in the Summit City.
Great pitch there.
That one was perfectly dropped in there for strike 2.
Nice changeup off speed, just on the outside half. Tough pitch to pick up. Beerbaum doing an excellent job of just keeping these Saints hitters off balance.
And that one's up and out. A little bit of a give-me pitch there. Moves the count 1-2. Both pitchers, a lot of confidence out on the mound, watching them just kind of control the way the ball's moving in the inning. As that one's hit to right field. Right fielder coming in on it, and it's a tough ball to play. That'll be the first hit for the Saints. And nice job by Lindor there on the double. Kind of picking things up, picking the ball up in right field, looking to see where it's at, and then no one was covering second base, so she's able to run right in there with the second baseman coming in to play that ball. Finds herself on second with just one out.
Yeah, really good aggressive base running there by the Saints. Noticing that, hey, this ball's hitting the sun for sure, settling in right field. She took off. Kid didn't have a play on it, so took second. Now Dwenger's in the scoring position here and see if they can strike first.
Talked about that sun coming out now as you see out in right field. Pendergast kind of shading her eyes a little bit. That might have played a little bit of a factor there on that dropped ball. Couldn't quite get a great read on it, but nice job by the Saints with a runner on second as that one's fouled away, so no advancement. And Leah Zimmerman up to the plate with a chance to knock the first run of the ball game in.
It should be interesting here. The same situation. Luers went with a bunt, tried to move her over to third and let their top of the order see if they could handle it, and that's kind of where Bishop Dwenger's at right now. Try to get back to the top of the order here with maybe a runner on third base.
Infield pulled in for the Knights as that one smacked back to the Knights dugout down the right field line. 0-2 early here for Beerbaum.
Beerbaum, she heated it up there for that one.
See when she comes back here. 0-2. Could be a big pitch with the runner on second and just the one out in the inning.
I'm going to say change up here. Work it away. Keep this hitter off balance. She went hard 2 in a row. Not a bad idea. She comes with a change up, see what happens.
Lindor set. And here's the pitch. That one smacked right back to the Knights dugout. As Madeline Ronner there, the catcher behind the plate tonight for the Knights, setting up just a little bit outside there on that pitch.
Yeah, trying to get that, what we call the sweep pitch, and try to get Dwenger to swing through it here. We'll see what they come back to.
Yeah, that one popped inside.
A little inside-out game here, so still way ahead here as far as Beerbaum and the way she's throwing. You got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still haven't seen the changeup yet.
And that one fouled off once again. Not a whole lot on that one. Still 1-2 for Zimmerman. Big spot here with runner on second and just a one out in the inning.
Now Beerbaum doing a nice job here against these hitters. Got her right shoulder or something taped up there. I was noticing that before the game. That's kind of a scary thing for a college coach to look at when you see a pitcher wearing that.
And she gets the strikeout there. Nothing scary at all about that one. Retires Zimmerman and keeps that runner sitting on second base. Makes it 2 outs in the inning now. And we'll have time as Ronner wants to talk things over with Beerbaum. Make sure the infield's all on the same page here with 2 outs and the runner on second.
Yeah, back to the top of the order here with Garrett. Struck out swinging. I think it was 3 straight pitches. I think she swung at all 3 of them. So pretty aggressive hitter here. I know she's got some good speed. Interesting to see what happens here.
Charged it in, looking for the bunt. Possibly dribble it down the third base line.
Speed kills. You can get away with a lot of stuff here if you can get the ball put down the right spot and move that runner from second to third, potentially score, and take Garrett and run her from basically from home to second here. You can really cause some issues.
As runner will take off as there's nobody on third, and Allison Beerbaum was played way in the infield. No runner or nobody covering the base at third as the shortstop.
Yeah, good throw probably would have had her there. It was a tough play. Shortstop has to cover that, and Yocolette got there. Just a little bit of high throw, and nice job there by by Linder there getting into third here. So Saints are threatening right now with 2 outs.
As that one's put in, drop. Oh, we got a foul ball called.
I think we got a dead ball. She probably stepped out of the box.
They'll say she stepped out, and that'll be an out. So Garrett trying to put on the bunt and drop the run in with a little speed, but couldn't get it. Left a little too early, stepped out of the box, and that'll end the inning for the Saints. Still scoreless through 3. Both pitchers really doing a good job of working out some tough spots and really picking it up on the batters as we'll head to the top of the 4th inning here from St. Francis on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me. I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
It may be winter, but it's never too early to start thinking about spring. Start your new year sharp and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Fair prices, superior quality, and exceptional customer service. Schedule your spring special appointment today. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off today.
Welcome back in here to St. Francis University as we got the Battle of the Bishops. Scoreless through 3 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Both pitchers doing an excellent job working the plate and retiring the batters as it'll be 2, 3, and 4 here. Ronner, Beerbaum, and Sweeney, heart of the lineup for the Knights. As we are set to get things rolling in the top of the 4th inning. Pretty quick game so far. It was a 5:30 start, 6:10, only 40 minutes here through the first 3 frames. Pretty good pace.
Yeah, these are the kind of games I like. You want to get in and out of here and keep your pitchers, nice and loose as you can go in and out, and a lot of strikeouts, a lot of ground balls back to the pitcher, and not a whole lot of action as far as hitting going on.
Baseball and softball, one of those sports in high school where you see the more early start times. It's typically longer games, and often on the weeknights, as that one is just foul, closely dropped on the line there for Ronner, and the count moved 0-1.
Yeah, once again, Dickerson going hard in on the batter. They've been looking like they've been settling up in there, kind of working an inside-out game against Luers so far.
Big game for both teams as both teams sit at 2-0 in the Summit Athletic Conference. And that one slapped into center field. And able to fall under it and retire it is Cecilia Garrett.
Yeah, I think you can tell why both teams are 2-0. Both pitchers doing a really good job. I think the big difference is going to be longevity-wise is who's going to have a better defense, who's going to be better offensively, especially in the SAC. And it's not a crazy tough conference. I think Dwenger was picked overall to win it, but I saw Northrop's been pretty decent this year.
And Beerbaum able to drop one in over the head of the shortstop, Freistraffer, for the first hit of the inning for the Knights, and a runner on here with 1 out.
Sweeney had a single, broke up the no-hitter there in the 2nd inning here, so looking like courtesy runner here.
Courtesy runner in for the pitcher, Beerbaum. As Sweeney, who mentioned just before now, had the only hit of the game for the Knights.
Number 18 in, Lexi DePold. It's a pitch run here, a courtesy runner they have here. We do not have that in college, so I would really like that because it doesn't cause a substitution, but then you got to manage the game a little bit different. So,
and that one in and out for ball 1.
I don't think Dickerson liked that one either, so he was smiling after that pitch, a little bit too far up in the zone for her.
Grider quickly returned her to the ball, kind of quick just to keep things going. As that one's in and low, 2-0 now. Both catcher and pitcher not upset, or a little upset with that first pitch and the placement, but now 2-0 for Hannah Sweeney, who had the only hit before Beerbaum for the Knights. That one in and out for ball 3. Some groans from the Saints faithful just sitting behind us, as that one was awfully close, but 3-0.
Yeah, maybe a little high there. Got to root for your team.
And that one is low and out, ball 4.
Luers got something going here. Wouldn't be surprised to see a potential bunt here to move these runners to both of them in the scoring position.
It'll be up to Anna Parent to try to give this rally some movement for the Knights. Both teams looking for their first run. Big spot with runners on first and second, just the one out. Probably the toughest path either pitchers face thus far. The most pushback for sure. In a challenging spot is Olivia Dickerson, but she's been able to navigate the lineup pretty well with 4 strikeouts. And there's that bunt immediately. Both the runners will advance over, and they'll get the out. Oh, they will not get the out at first base, as it was right in the glove of the first baseman.
Great bunt right there by Sweeney. Or by Parent, sorry. Kind of way you want to draw that up, and it was a force play. Dickerson looked right away for the force out, probably had it. Decided to go to first, kind of off-balance throw. And
it was a tough throw for sure from Dickerson, and Harnish really had to extend herself to get out and cover for that one as the first baseman was crashing. Just popped out of the glove. Now bases loaded opportunity for Alexis Wilmert. Big spot for the Knights looking for their first run of the ball game. A lot of ways you can get the run in for sure.
Yeah, Wilmert sacrificed bunt in her first at bat, so we're going to see what Dickerson is made of here as far as pitching with pressure, and starts that first one out with a ball.
Saints looking for the double play, hopefully something off the ground, and for the Knights a little bit opposite. Make contact and get it out in the field somewhere, just get it up in the air deep enough to hopefully score that run, or maybe try to move a little bit with a bunt, just one out. And that one slapped down, tough play. And
that's a good play by the catcher there.
Nice play by Grider.
Yeah, real good. She come out hard there, swinging bunt action there. She was able to get out and tag the runner going right at her, and that's a big play for Dwenger right there. Still 2 outs, bases loaded, but man, that's a huge play for them.
Nice job by Grider to get up, get down the baseline, and make the tag at the runner who was forced to come home. Bases loaded situation still just now with 2 outs. Big spot here for the Saints if they're able to navigate this last batter and get out of the inning, as it's slapped right for Allison Bierbaum.
And Allison went with 6-3 ground ball, so ground ball to short here in the last at bat. Just seeing what Dickerson's got up her sleeve here to see if she can get another ground ball or maybe a routine fly ball somewhere to get out of this inning unscathed.
That one slapped in and just a little low, 1-1.
Said both teams were undefeated in SAC play. Looks like Luers has got a record of 3-5, so 2 of those coming in SAC play. And Bishop Dwenger at 7-7 overall.
That's in for strike 1 and 2. As you just said, both teams big spot here early on in conference play, 2-0. And that 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Down and out. Nice job by Olivia Dickerson there. Little help from her catcher, Avery Ryder, making a nice force out at home to help get a couple outs there in the inning. But Dickerson, 5th strikeout, gets the Saints out of trouble with bases loaded. And we'll head to the bottom of the 4th frame. Still no score here at St. Francis. You're watching live high school softball on SummitCitySports.com.
I heard you good with them soft lips. Yeah, you know word of mouth. The square root.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Welcome back in here to the grounds of St. Francis at Westendorf Field. Balin Height, Ryan Bolin here alongside me as we are set for the bottom of the fourth inning. Both teams zeros on the board, not a whole lot of action until the last top of the frame for the Saints, who were able to get the bases loaded with one out but couldn't push across the run. Nice defense from the Saints and good work from Olivia Dickerson on the mound to keep the shutout intact. Big spot now for the Saints. And that one slapped off, and it'll get down for a hit. That's the pitcher, Olivia Dickerson, who
helping herself out there a little bit.
Quickly out first pitch hitting and on first base for Dickerson. Nice job to get some action on the base pass for the Saints. They've been pretty quiet thus far, just the one hit.
Avery Greider, I think you said she's hitting 4 something this season, so this could be an interesting spot here for Dwenger to get something going here. One hard hit ball is going to change this game, I believe.
Greider at .469 on the season. 23 hits for her, 20 RBIs, a couple doubles in there. So able to drive the ball for sure is Greider. First pitch strike, though, for Beerbong. As she gets set to come home. And Dickerson takes off. Throw will be just a little bit to the right. Nice job by Dickerson there. I don't think the infield was quite ready for that one. Shortstop, second baseman, both not in a position to cover that one, as the throw kind of indicated a little bit to the right. Nice job of getting a stop, at least, for the Knights, but runner in second in scoring position, no outs here.
That could be a big stolen base right here, especially with Greider, the way she's been swinging the bat as of late.
And that one's inside. Ball 2-1.
20 RBIs, you said, on the season, so eventually you're going to be due there.
Looking for number 21 is Greider. With Dickerson at second base. We saw the speed there on the steal. Definitely could come home on a long or on a well-hit ball. And that one slapped through the gap in third base. And Dickerson will be sent home. Throw will come in, get cut off by Beerbaum. No play at the plate. And Greider in there with another double or single and advancement on the throw. And we got the first run of the ball game.
Aggressive base running.
Nice job there by Avery Greider to drive home the run.
Coach Peters was sending her from the time the ball was hit there. She was going to take a chance, and they cut the ball right up in front of the plate to try to get the out at second, and that didn't work out.
And that's in for a strike. First run of the ball game. Still a runner on second. Greider and Dickerson will trade spots with the one run, which could prove to be a huge run here, as we've seen the way these pitchers are going against each other and attacking these lineups.
First time through, Beerbaum had 4 straight ground balls hit back to her with these girls right here in a row, and so far Greider broke that up a little bit with a double to left.
That one's fouled off. 0-2 now, as Friestroffer up at the plate looking to tack on another run with a runner in scoring position in Greider. As that sun's peeking back over now and shows in on the infield. That one's low and out. Ball 1-2.
Still nobody out here.
Big gust of wind blowing out about right center field. And that one's smacked. It'll be off the batter and foul. Still 1-2. Beerbaum looking for the big first out of this inning. Try to limit the damage.
Friestroffer needs to be looking, just hit a ball to the right side of the infield, on the ground, in the air, something to move that runner over to third. There it is.
And that one's slapped right, but just foul, as Ryan, you predicted. Looking to go that way for sure. We could see her maybe try to do that just again here, but that one ripped foul. We've seen a couple balls close hit, pretty well hit actually, just down the right field foul line and go foul. Still 1-2. Nice job here by Friestroffer fighting it off. And that one's out. And almost over the head of Ronner. Nice job by Ronner of getting that one. If not, Greider might find herself on third base.
Yeah. Kind of feel like Harry Carey, Steve Stone back in the day when they did the bleacher the day here. We're right in this crowd, so
you can definitely hear
the right in my back pocket.
The crowd reactions from both sides, as we are right in it. And that one It's a slow pitch, kind of floated up and in there. But just outside full count.
She can figure out how to locate that one. That's a pretty nasty pitch, I will say that.
Freestroffer kind of waited for it and took a look and didn't really know how to handle that one. Just popped in and out. Full count, though, 3-2. And that one slapped up.
That's going to be down.
To center field, and it's going to drop. Knights outfield in at plate. The plate coming home. Runner too far in. Throw down to second base, back into the outfield. And Freestroffer will be forced to hold up there as it was covered. But the Saints making it 2. Switch places once again here in the bottom of the 4th.
Taking advantage there a little bit. A couple nice hits, just out of the reach of the infielder, out of the reach of the outfielder. Luers still playing super deep in the outfield, which goes against every rule that I play on. When it comes to, you got to defend the short ball rather than the home run ball, and it's a lot easier here, not paying attention. There's a shot.
There's another hit, probably the hardest hit ball of the night so far. Freestroffer will come home, and nice job there by Hannah Harnish, getting contact right away, knocking it into left field. And that's 3 quick runs now for the Saints. We'll take a look at that last hit by Harnish, probably the hardest hit ball of the evening.
Yeah, 4 straight hits in a row. Single, double. Puts up 3 runs here, and that ball, like you said, was smoked into the gap. They played it well. I think one of the big things that I pay attention to a lot when I'm recruiting and stuff like that is the amount of balls thrown from the outfielders all the way to the plate rather than to a cutoff, and then they're allowing that runner coming out of the box to go to second base for free. That's one thing we try to preach with our defense is get it to the cutoff, let everybody else worry about that. Try to keep the runner at first, keep her out of scoring position. That way you don't give up big innings, and that's kind of what Luers has done here right now. They put themselves in a position to give up a big inning.
Nice job by the Saints of taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
Making some hard contact and just doing it it's coming pretty simple, just a couple doubles out in the gap. And they're switching places, keeping the outs off the board.
I think Coach Peters obviously knows that they're going to try to throw the ball to the plate. There's not one of the 3 outfielders are going to be able to throw the ball to the plate unless it's coming in, I'm guessing. But, if the ball's hit right at them, they got no chance to throw them out the plate. So she's taking a gamble, and they're going to 2 right away.
So far, so good as far as that strategy. As that one slapped just right, or just left, excuse me, to the diving Meadow Yocolette. Couldn't get that one. Nice effort, though.
Absolutely. Right idea, good effort.
Would have been a big first out for the Knights here, 1-2. Beerbaum will have a chance to get the batter at the plate in Leah Zimmerman.
Once again, ground ball to the right side of the infield here is going to move that runner.
And that one's in for a ball. Zimmerman maybe looking to slap that one down the line. She was quick out of the box, but that one's out, 2-2. And that one's smacked towards the shortstop gap, and it's going to get through. Nobody there to cover. Another run comes home. Nice base running there for the Saints. As Hannah Harnish swaps places. Or not swaps places, excuse me. Just a single. But another run for the Saints.
Yeah, pretty good job there with Yager on the slap and putting it right into that, kind of up the middle a little bit, just to the left of the shortstop and up the middle. So looks like we got our flex going to hit for our DP. So that's what we were talking about off the air.
Olivia Telez in for Grace Roloff. With the runner on first and still nobody out here for the Saints. The offensive attack not over yet. Beerbaum going to have to navigate here. Not a whole lot of base runners. Hasn't really been a big stress with the base runners. It's just been, as we talked about, Saints able to put contact, get it in the outfield, and the outfielders just haven't been able to roll it in as that one's fouled off and just out of the outstretched hands of Madeline Ronner.
Both catchers doing a great job of that with that bunt pop up to the infield, and they've both been aggressive to try to catch that play and make a difference for their team. And really good effort. I like the competition side of that.
Getting out of the crouch very quickly and finding that ball and doing a great job of it for sure, as any out could be big here for the Knights in this inning. Just trying to escape, limit the damage best they can. Already 4 runs, though, for the Saints. As that pitch is in there, runner's going.
Good throw.
And it was a nice throw. But down and in is Brianna Yeager, no problem.
So Dwenger ready to go again. Still nobody out. Runner on second base. Bottom of the 4th, 4-0 Bishop Dwenger. Luers still working. Got a lot of yelling going on from Luers' dugout.
Coaching asking for some communication from the infield for the Knights. As I do agree with Coach, there was a little bit of delay there on the throw from Ronner, possibly not being able to see, being shaded by the runner taking off from first base. Having a little trouble identifying quickly. And it allowed Yeager to get in there with the stolen base. 1 and 2, though. That one just inside.
You know, sometimes that can be simply use your people that are in your dugout and your bench, your personnel there, and put them on the runner. Let them know. If they don't know, it's pretty tough for a catcher to throw anybody out when the runner's running and nobody telling her that's going on. So that's a tough situation for them.
As that one is smacked foul. 2 and 2 here for Tellez. Definitely a lesson taught very young. You see it a lot in youth leagues and travel leagues and at all levels. Just calling it out and helping the catcher for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
one of the toughest spots on the field.
To be honest, I mean, it's you know, you're starting to see it come back a little bit, and most teams that are involved in the game or coaches put their players that make them involved.
As that ball will stay foul.
She's safe.
But a nice job by Tellez on the long throw to run on the first base line, and she's in there safe. So Saints now threatening at the corners. And we talk about just catching base runners and really working behind the plate. I was privileged last year being at Carroll, seeing Hayden Jones, who's at Mississippi State now, do that so well. Just pick him off all over the base pass. Such a good defensive backstop. Now playing his collegiate ball at Mississippi State. But yeah, you forget watching players like that just how hard it is to sit back there and nail some of those runners out.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got a gift, and pretty cool school he went to. I don't know if you've seen much of what they do on their game days as far as their environment, but Mississippi State does it right. And we got a little bit of timeout call here to disagreement maybe on play it first. I don't think there's any question here, but
maybe the play it first or the where the ball was at, maybe a potential foul or fair situation.
Maybe he's asking if it foul. Yeah. So runner safe.
So it was the play
he might
at
be
first
asking
base.
if it hit the girl. That could be something that I couldn't really hear what he was saying. But
a lot of frustration for sure from the Knights here, as 4 runs have come across the board for the Saints. And still some damage could be done with runners at first and second. As that one smacked over the head of the third baseman. Not able to get a reach on it. And no choice there for the runner at third. Yeager, she'll have to stay. Roloff will move up to second base. And Linder in there at first. We'll get a timeout here, as the Knights will talk things over in the infield with the Saints runners all over the base pass, bases loaded, and a 4-0 lead. Chance to still do some damage, though.
Yeah, just that, that little slap bloop shot over the top of third baseman's head. I think coach is a little upset that they didn't communicate there, but nonetheless, it's a tough play. I don't care how good you are, athletically, that's a tough play. Your shortstop's got to make that play probably. So it's one of those things. It's it's hard to yell at kids on that. It's just those lefties have a little bit of advantage to get that ball over there, and when they do that, it is what it is. You got to move on from it, and you got to focus on outs at this point. You're one at a time here. You're going to be forcing run rule.
Definitely tough here on this level with just the spin rate of the ball as well. Something a little bit different from baseball to softball, the way it comes off the bat. And that creates those kind of little bloopers, those tough plays in the infield that can just get over the head. We've seen that a couple times tonight so far, and it's led to a couple hits. Beerbaum still in the game after the timeout, and that one's low. Nice stop from Ronner there to keep the runners where they're at. I mentioned not a whole lot of real estate back behind the backstop if the ball was able to roll, but still be a tough play coming home for sure. And Beerbaum and Ronner, kind of talking things over, just making sure they're on the same page as far as a play at the plate.
Yeah, I don't think, Beerbaum hasn't really done a whole lot she's given up 3 or 4 straight hits, but really pitched a good game to this point and had a couple unfortunate, the little blooper over the top of the third baseman, some things like that, the ground ball to the infield where they beat it out. I mean, there's just, when it rains, it pours. I get it. And, she's got to work herself out here and got to try to figure out how to get outs. And she's got to hope she gets some ground balls back to her and get herself out of this inning.
It's a tough spot on the mound for sure for Beerbaum, but she's done a good job so far as that one is popped right up into her. Finally, the first out for the Knights in the bottom of the 4th inning, as their bases will stay loaded, but able to get one out. And back to the top of the order where things got started with Cecilia Garrett. Bases loaded, one out. This changes things just a little bit.
Just a little, yep. Still puts you at the 4th. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Probably going to come home, I would guess. Maybe go home to first. So
infield's in.
Play. That ball's
smacked right to the shortstop. And the throw was just a little low. Allowed the runner there to advance in for the 5th run of the ball game for the Saints, as it just came out of the glove of Ronner.
I believe we're back to the top of the lineup here. I think Dickerson led off the inning here. We were just getting started. She led off with a single, so tough inning here for Beerbaum.
Saints have batted all the way through now here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Just the one out. And Dickerson will look to help her case a little bit more as she's on the mound. Put a little bit more on this lead, and she does a great job there, smacking one right into right field, just out of the grass with the right fielder. And that'll be 3 runs for the Saints. A triple for Dickerson as the ball just now gets in the infield. And you mentioned when it rains, it pours.
Yep, Beerbaum threw that one right down the middle of the plate. Unfortunate for her. Dickerson did a great job. Triple off the right field wall and scored all 3 runs. So Dwenger up big now.
Olivia Dickerson with 3 RBIs in this inning and 1 run for herself, now on 3rd. Looking to come home once again as the Saints are in full control. This one 8-0. Bunt right down the first base line. Nice job. Great execution there from the Saints to push across Dickerson. Make it 9. But Knights get the second out of the inning, now just 1 out away. I think besides the hit from Harnish a little bit earlier on in the inning, and then that last hit from Dickerson, really the two balls that you'd expect. Okay, those are probably your hits right there.
Yep.
But everything else has just been some tough plays in the infield, just a nice job of some base runners beating things out.
Yeah, just advancing runners. I mean, they've hit, like you said, I think the double in the gap by Dickerson, the ball hit the left, maybe a ground ball up the middle. And that's been about it. Everything else has kind of been in the infield, and Luers has not capitalized on some of those balls in the air, balls on the ground, and find himself down 9-0 in the bottom of the 4th.
Defensive troubles allowed the Saints to really break open this game, as Freistoffer now up to bat. 2 strikes on her, though, and 2 outs in this one, with the base pass finally empty for the Knights. And that one right to the first baseman. Nice play, though. A little bit caught off guard by the speed of that one. A little bit of a different spin. Popped out of the mitt, but able to pick it right back up and get the out. Final out of the 4th inning. A 9 spot for the Saints in the bottom of the 4th inning gives them the 9-0 lead. We'll return with high school softball here on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me. I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
It may be winter, but it's never too early to start thinking about spring. Start your new year sharp and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Fair prices, superior quality, and exceptional customer service. Schedule your spring special appointment today. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off today.
Welcome back in here to Westendorf Field on the grounds of St. Francis University, just outside of the city of Fort Wayne. As temperatures still in the 70s, 75 as we get closer to 7 o'clock mark. Maybe a little bit of possible rain. You see some darker clouds starting to roll in. This may be the last inning we see the sun as it was able to poke out just a little bit here over the last couple frames. But now top of the fifth, Olivia Dickerson still in for the Saints with a 9-0 cushion. And first pitch fouled out of play. Knight's going to need a big rally here of these last couple frames. Try to push some runs across. They have threatened here with just a couple hits, but not able to get any runs so far. Dickerson doing a nice job minimizing the damage. As that one fouled off and back to the backstop. Quickly up 0-2.
Now it's just a matter of managing damage, I think, for Dwenger. It's just one out at a time. Got 9 outs remaining, I believe, here, so just got to keep one at a time.
And that one popped up to the second baseman. Easy play for the Saints infield. And the first out here early on. As Hannah Harnish able to get under that one to retire Olivia Robertson.
Like Luers bringing number 9, Lydia Gerardo, the designated player here to the plate. Kind of unconventional to put him in the 9 spot, but
she takes a swipe at that one, but misses it 0-1.
Lefty slapper here.
And that one's out. 1-1 evens the count up here. Excuse me, that was called a strike. 0-2. And that one's just out. Now 1-2. 10 hits.
Wearing the sleeveless jersey. I just now paid attention to that. I haven't seen that in a while, and kind of caught me off guard there. That's a high school softball kind of deal. You don't see that too much on TV in the NCAA level anymore, but the sleeveless are still around.
Bit of a different uni look, some warmer temperatures in the area.
Yeah, right.
As you start to see those come out as we get into the summer months. And that one
right in my face.
Right back to us here at the backstop. Full count now for Gerardo.
Yeah, we're used to playing in sweatshirts and Under Armour long sleeve and any kind of cold gear pretty much. Kids trying to stay warm, heaters in the dugout, and today we get 75-degree weather. It's gorgeous.
As that one's out. And Knights will have a base runner with one out here in the top of the fifth inning. Nice at bat there from Gerardo, down 0-2, able to work the walk.
So back to the top of the lineup here for Yocolette. Probably one of their better players. Shortstop. Got a pretty nice swing here.
Yocolette batting .381 on the season. Leadoff hitter for the Knights. Pitches in, first strike of the at-bat, called strike.
Luers in a little bit of a bind here. They need to get going a little bit offensively, and I think you got to take a gamble at some point. Either you got to make hit and run, do something different here offensively and try to get things going.
As swinging strike 2 in now for Dickerson, and for Dickerson on the mound, just throw strikes at this point.
Just chasing outs, I think, every inning now. And
not a whole lot of pressure there on the mound. Not a whole lot of threat from the Knights so far as a whole lot of hard contact. Doing a nice job keeping them off balance. As that one floats in there and hit to left field. Nice play by the left fielder to range in and grab that one and get it in quickly. As that's Brianna Yeager out there in left. Came in and played on that one. For out number 2.
Yeah, if my card is correct, I think Dickerson's only given up 2 hits here, so 2 singles, if I'm right.
Just the 2 hits for Dickerson.
Yeah, 1 walk, a couple strikeouts, 2 walks, take that back, 2 walks and a couple strikeouts, so she's doing her job here.
And that one's fouled back out of play. Dickerson, 65 pitches, 2 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks is the official line through 4 2/3, looking to make it 5 here. Chasing that out number 3 at the top of the 5th inning. Catcher Madeline Ronner at the plate, as that one's a little low, 1-1.
Gerardo staying pretty close to that bag at first. Must not be much of a threat here to steal. She's comes off about 2 steps and gets right back on that bag.
Ronner fouls that one off the catcher, 1-2. 0 for 2 days, Ronner.
She looks fast.
Doing a good job working behind the plate. Especially in that tough inning, is trying to work the infield and make sure runners aren't advancing. Staying busy back behind the backstop. And that one's fouled back. Once again, kind of battling here for Ronner, 1-2. Beerbaum and Sweeney will follow Ronner if she can get on. The only 2 hits for the Saints, or for the Knights, excuse me, thus far are from Beerbaum and Sweeney, 1 hit apiece. And that one's floated up and in, just foul over the first baseman, Tellez, excuse me. Still 1-2 for Ronner as Dickerson comes set. And that one's popped up in the infield. Shortstop will call it off and grab the ball. Nice job there from Dickerson through 5 innings. Keeping the Knights off the board, 9-0. Knights threatened with just the 1 runner, but couldn't push her across. As we'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning, Saints looking to add on some more runs here on SummitCitySports.com.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Welcome back in here to St. Francis University, Westendorf Field. I'm Balin Height. Ryan Bolinas alongside me as we're here for the bottom of the 5th inning, where the Knights have a controlling, or Saints, excuse me, have a controlling lead 9-0 over Bishop Luers Knights. The battle of the Bishops tilting towards the Saints here as Hannah Harness will start things off for them in the bottom of the frame. Libby Beerbaum still on the mound. As that one is first pitch, ball just outside. will start off the bottom of the 5th frame.
Yeah, Harnish 1 for 2 today with that big double in the bottom of the 4th. Kind of started everything going. Everybody started to follow suit after that.
And she gets a piece of contact there. It'll be a tough play in the outfield. Drops between everybody chasing after it. Another hit for Harnish, and she'll find herself at first base.
2 for 3 right now. This bottom part of the order, you look at 6, 7, 8, 9, and they put some runs on the board. They've been able to been on base. You got Linder been on base twice, and you've had your flex. Telez got on with a single, so they got a lot of production coming in this 7, 8, 9 right now.
And that'll be Brianna Yeager up at the plate. 1 for 2 today with a hit, RBI, and a run. Offers it that one. And it'll be strike 1.
Trying to get a little bit of a bunt down here. See if she can bunt for a single. Decent speed here.
And that one's bunted. Easily. Third baseman will come in and field it. That'll allow Harnish to get to third as no one was covering third. Just a little bit of miscommunication here from the infield.
Yager takes second base on that as the throw goes to third. Luers still not paying attention, and after that play was over. And
looked like a little bit of miscommunication there between pitcher and third baseman. Allison Beerbaum kind of came in and played that. Libby Beerbaum, the pitcher, was in on that. I think that was her play to make. And now we'll get an infield meeting. Just a little miscommunication costing the Knights. The runners on the corners now. For we got a substitution for the Saints.
Alyssa Hall going to come in the flex position and bat for Roloff. At least that's what he told me. Let's see if that's what's happening. Maybe not.
A couple substitutions here for the Saints. Bottom of the 5th frame, just trying to figure things out.
Looks like Alyssa Hall 00 is going to go in for Yager at first there. That's what I got. Now we got number 10, which would be normal.
That's Linder up to bat. Okay. And now we've got the flex in for the runner at first.
I think that was I don't think she did that right. That's what I'm thinking happened, so. All right. So now back to Telez. Yeah, the flex going into. That still ain't right, but.
So I think they were trying to sub Hall for Telez, or initially, that's what we were told.
Yeah.
And now they'll redo that switch. I think they're just switching it right back. So flex in at first.
Nonetheless, it's 9-0.
9-0, tough spot for the Knights. And got to be careful here with no outs and the bases juiced once again. Lexi Lindor looking to tack on here for the Saints. Beerbaum still on the mound. As far as playing her position, as that one's cracked into the infield, it'll be a tough play once again. And it comes home past the catcher.
That must be the ball game.
And that'll be the ball game. It'll be a run rule here from St. Francis University as Bishop Dwenger puts up a 9 spot in the bottom of the 4th inning, and then the 1 run to make it 10. So it's 10-5 here in Indiana High School softball to complete the run rule. So 10-0 is the final score. Nice job by the Saints of tacking on the runs there in the bottom of the 4th inning. That'll move them to 3-0 in conference play, and Luers will fall to 2-1. So Saints take our first rivalry game of the week in the Battle of the Bishops, as we'll take a look at some big plays from this one when we return, some scores, and a look ahead at the week that is ahead for us broadcasting here on SummitCitySports.com. We'll be right back in just a minute.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
It may be winter, but it's never too early to start thinking about spring. Start your new year sharp and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Fair prices, superior quality, and exceptional customer service. Schedule your spring special appointment today. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off today.
Welcome back to Westendorf Field here out at St. Francis. As we had a pretty quick game, run ruled through 5 innings as Bishop Dwenger Saints defeat the Bishop Luers Knights 10-0 here. As we'll take a look at some of the scores and the plays that made this game, as the Saints finish with 12 hits to just the 3 for the Knights. Great offensive display in that 4th inning. We'll take a look at that 4th inning now and get a little bit of an idea of the plays that mattered. As the Saints, batted all the way through in that inning, and it was a Avery Greider single that started things off. As Dickerson came home, made it 1-0, and then Freestroffer singled on a ball that sent Greider home, so 2-0 Saints at that point. Harnish had a hard hit single to left field, and that brought in Freestroffer. So a couple of switching places for the Saints just for that the first 4 runs of the game, as Brianna Yeager singled. That brought home Harnish, and then the Saints loaded him up. And Cecilia Garrett singled on a ground ball, just got through the infield and allowed another base runner to come home. So 5-0. And then here's the big one, Olivia Dickerson, who did it on the mound and at the plate for the Saints tonight, was all around, without a question, the player of the game in this one, as she had the triple down the left or into center field that's cleared the bases for the Saints and allowed them to really break out this game. A sacrifice bunt by Greider would push home Dickerson, then from third base make it 9-0, and then just as we saw, Linder, hit a ground ball that allowed the final run of the game in Hannah Harnish to come home and score to complete the run rule 10-0 here just through 5 innings. So without a doubt, we'll take a look at only needed 71 pitches, 2 hits, 5 strikeouts, and gave herself a little bit of trouble, but not a whole lot on the mound with 2 walks. Completes a shutout there. And then at the plate, Dickerson, 2 hits, 2 runs, and 3 RBIs. The big triple I mentioned just a second ago was the key play of this game for the Saints and allowed them to finish this one off in the Battle of the Bishops. Goes to the Bishop Dwenger Saints. We'll take a look at the schedule ahead for us here at Summit City Sports. Tomorrow night, me and Thad Goff will be out at Carroll High School as rivalry week continues here in the SAC. Well, I guess not technically SAC, but Fort Wayne area, as Carroll not in the SAC, neither is Homestead. But a rivalry game there nonetheless for those 2 squads. It'll be a 3-game series actually with a delay last week, or a cancellation last week. So it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It'll be Carroll and Homestead. We will be live Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday night we'll be at Carroll High School, and then we'll head over Wednesday night to Homestead High School, as we'll get the first 2 games of that series. Pretty good baseball programs. Carroll in a little bit of a rebuild between those 2 schools. Should be a fun next 2 days. It'll be me and Thad Goff for that one. And then Thursday night, we plan to bring some softball action out at Carroll High School. Once again, the Carroll Chargers. So softball tonight, baseball, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday night we'll have some more softball coverage here on Summit City Sports. Well, everyone, enjoy the rest of the Tuesday evening. As I mentioned, a little bit of rain might be moving in, some cooler air coming in through here. Good thing this game got wrapped up. No problem with the weather. It was a beautiful day here in the Summit City, and that continued out through tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for watching tonight. We'll be back, like I mentioned, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with more Indiana high school baseball and softball coverage. I'm Balin Height. For Ryan Boylan, we will see everybody tomorrow night.